This is COS 101. We're going to be looking at topic 1, which is basic components of computers and other computing devices. First of all, we'll want to look at um, what a computer is, because we should know what computers are so as to be able to know more about them. A computer machine is actually a machine that is used. It is made up of various parts of components that helps in carrying out instructions. They are in the form of arithmetic commands or different algorithms for it to process. And also computers, you can use them in, they are used in almost every field, like they are used in medicine, in education, entertainment, and so on. It has made our work easier, even ever than before. We have different types of computer. Computer systems, they come in varieties of shapes and sizes. Some computer systems are quite big, because they are utilized to do extensive and complex tasks. Some computer systems they are quite big. Others are compact and portable, that are even small enough to wear around our wrists or as a pair of spectacles, and even fit in our pockets. And some of them are personal desktop computers. They are individual utilized personal computers, often known as general purpose computer. There are for varieties of reasons. So we have a tower, a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. They are all common components of personal computers. And users create, store the documents, play games, generate audio, video, and photographic content. The possibilities are limitless. We have the laptops and netbooks. Many users choose laptops over notebook computers, because they are more portable. We have the tablet computers. They are portable computers too, with screens that are slightly smaller than typical laptops. So let's look at basic components of computers. Before diving into different functions of components of computer, let's understand the basic components. We have the input unit, the output unit, the memory unit, the control unit, and arithmetic unit. And the main thing that comprise a computer, they are the motherboard, the CPU, the RAM, the GPU, the hard disk for storage of all data. We'll discuss the components in detail. We have the motherboard. A motherboard is simply a circuit board through which all the different components of a computer communicate, and it keeps everything together. The input and the output devices, they are plugged into the motherboard for function. When we talk about the input unit or the output unit, the input units are their computers that respond to commands given to them in the form of numbers, alphabet, image, and so on. So through the input units or devices, and examples of such are the keyboard, the joystick, and the mouse. These inputs are then processed and converted to computer language, and then the response is the outputs in the language that we understand, or the one we have programmed the computer with. Then when you talk about the outputs, they are the result of the command. This as a result of the command we provide the computer with through the input devices that is called the input. And the most used is the monitor, since we give commands using the keyboard, and after the processing, the results or outcome is displayed on the monitor. We have several other examples of the output. We have the webcam, the speaker, the printer, the headphone, and so on. Then we have the central processing unit. This is actually called the brain of the computer, since no action can take place without its permission, and execution is the main processing unit. It communicates with all other components of the computer. It has three components that help in the smooth functioning of the CPU. The components of the CPU are majorly memory unit, control unit, arithmetic and logic unit. The information for memory units, information enter through the input devices. They are saved in the memory of the CPU and then they are passed on to the other parts. Likewise, or similarly, when the output is ready to be when the output is ready, it is now saved in the memory before the result is given to the user. Now for control unit, the arithmetic does the mathematical calculation, the arithmetic operation, comparison of data, and the decision making. It has circuits that are built for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all the kinds of calculation. Now we have the graphic processing unit. Another vital component of computer is a graphic processing unit. The graphic processing unit or the video card, it helps generate high-end visuals like the ones in the video games. Good graphics like this, they're also helpful for people who have to execute their work through the image like 3D modelers. Another who use resource intensive software. It generally communicates directly with the monitor. We have the random access memory, which are quite volatile. The random, which is also referred to as the RAM, it is the most commonly referred to components in a computer. So the RAM is also known as volatile because since the memory gets erased every time the computer restarts, it stores data regarding the program, which are frequently accessed program and processed. So it helps programs to start up and close quickly. It's been slowly has made it more obsolete these days. Then you have the storage unit. The storage units are the computers need to store all data and have either a hard disk or a solid state drive, that is the SSD, for this purpose. So the hard disks, they are disks that store data, and this data is ready by mechanical arm. Solid state drive are like SIM cards in mobile phones, so they have no moving parts and they are faster than hard drive. There is no need for a mechanical aim to find data on a physical location on the drive, and therefore this takes no time at all. Then looking at other components of computer system and likewise their function, we have several lists of computer components like the motherboard, input unit, output units, central processing unit, graphic processing unit, random access we have the random access memory and the storage units. Well, let's quickly look at their functions one by one. Looking at the motherboard is actually the main board. It is screwed into the computer and like into the computer case directly, and its function is to connect all the components so that they can communicate and work together. Now for input units, those are the means by which information and data are being fed into the computer. So the main function of the input unit is to send commands and transfer data right into the computer. Later, the data get processed by the computer CPU, which generates output. For example, a laptop's keyboard is an input device. So for output, the computer's response is relayed through output devices in the form of visual response like the monitor, or sounds like speaker, or media devices like CD or DVD drives. So the function of this drive is to convert They convert machine's response into a format that the computer users can actually understand. Then we have the central processing unit. This is in short CPU. They can be regarded as computer's brain, like earlier mentioned. So on a computational level, it processes all of the data. It reads data from the RAM and processes it in order for the computer to be able to do tasks that it is programmed to do. Now we have the graphic processing unit, GPU for short. Is a specialized processor. It is created to accelerate graphics processing and can even render many pieces of data, making them ideal for machine learning, video editing, and gaming. Now we have the random access memory, which is a form of data storage tool that allows for faster read and write operations. It is volatile, which means that if power goes out, it loses all the data it has stored. We have the storage unit. The device stores all the data and the instructions required for processing. It keeps intermediate results of processing. It keeps intermediate results of processing. And then that's how we would like to end the lecture. Hope you get it. Thank you.